Are we in the midst of a spiritual awakening on a global scale, or is the world just completely nuts and we're all totally screwed? Hey everybody, it's Chris Lemig at Gateway to the Limitless. I'm an author, spiritual educator, and former Tibetan Buddhist monk, and I teach a program called Gateway to the Limitless, where I teach all the techniques that you need to connect with your true self, discover your true desires, and then learn how to live and manifest your true destiny. So I was talking to a friend of mine the other day about this very question. She was asking if I believe that we're in the middle of or at the beginning or some point in the stage of a spiritual awakening on a mass scale here on Earth. And I thought about it a little bit, and knowing what I know about things like Vedic astrology and kind of Buddhist cosmology, I know that there is a general consensus that we're at the end of what we call a degenerate time. And degenerate time meaning that we're kind of at the dregs of our spiritual de-evolution. Because see, in Eastern traditions, they talk about spiritual evolution and then devolution as well. So there's that more of a cyclical human experience of our spiritual realization and capacity. So since it's a cycle, I don't know where it starts and where it begins. There's no real beginning or end in these Eastern cosmologies. It's all eternal. But in these great cycles, maybe we start at the top, we could say, and that's sort of the divine realm where we're connected, inseparable from God, and we just know all the time that we are Source and Source is us, and we interact with each other. It's just this blissful experience, right? And then we start to kind of fall from that. We fall from grace a little bit, and we start to kind of lose sense of that and start to identify more with our egos and identify with a sense of separation. And this just continues down for many thousands and thousands of years until we get to the place where we have been for quite some time, which is called the Kali Yuga. And in Tibetan they call it the Tsuden Nikma, the time of degeneration, the time of the dregs. That's when we're all just consumed by our passions, we're consumed by our afflictive emotions, our anger, our rage, our confusion, our bewilderment, our desire, our lust, our greed. All these things are the things that kind of rule our life. And the good news is that according to some systems anyway, we're actually at the end of that. We've actually ended that period, the Kali Yuga, and we're actually in a period of ascension now, coming back up the cycle, up to a more and more higher evolved, spiritually evolved states of being. So that's generally kind of the Vedic view of things. Now, as far as what I believe about that, I think that's nice. That sounds good, and it sounds hopeful to me. But I really think that whether or not we're in a spiritual awakening or not, still very much is up to us. There's no guarantees here. It's not like hey, I'm going to look at this this chart or this diagram of the cycles of the ages, and looks like we're heading up. So I'm just going to kick back and watch Netflix and eat Ben and Jerry's ice cream. There's nothing I need to do because it's just going to happen. I do believe that we have to participate, and this spiritual awakening that's going on requires each of us to put in a little bit of effort and to work on ourselves, to save ourselves, to awaken to our true nature more and more, to awaken to our true self more and more, and then to go out there and to help others to do the same. Or actually not even and then. While we are awakening ourselves, we can also be helping each other to do so as well. And that's really what it's all about. That's really what spiritual awakening is all about. Discovering your true self, discovering your true nature, your true spiritual nature, your eternal nature, your eternal consciousness. And then recognizing that you are not separate from anyone else. We are not separate, never have been, never will be, and we are here to love and to help and to support each other in our individual journeys and our journey together. So that's really what I believe. I believe that yes, we are in the midst of a spiritual awakening as long as we want to, as long as we want to participate in it, as long as we want to engage in it, as long as we want to face the challenges that are inevitable in that. and some of the challenges we're seeing in the world right now. We've been seeing, lots of strife and war and upheaval and institutions crumbling and, institutions failing us more and more, and being replaced now at least by conversations and ideas about how to do things in a more enlightened way. So that's what this channel is all about, and that's what my program Gateway to the Limitless really is all about. It's about empowering you and giving you the tools to just more easily and quickly discover who you truly are, access your true self, access your true wisdom, and just more and more be able to participate in what I call your true destiny, which my idea of a true destiny really is that we're all here to awaken spiritually. That's our true destiny. So that's what we're trying to manifest here with each other's help. We've got to do the work ourselves, but we can also help each other along the way. Also, let me know what you think. What do you think about this? Are we in the midst of a spiritual awakening, or are we just going to crash and burn? What do you think? Or are we somewhere in the middle? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And yes, like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, dear hearts and fellow spiritual travelers. Take care and be well on your journey.